to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Dubston, and welcome to our weekly I Ching overview for the week commencing the 13th of May, 2024. First up, an apology. I sound like a squeaking frog toy just coming out the back of a head cold, so I do apologize for the audio for this week, but I'm here, I'm with you, and we're going to tackle the I Ching week together. And hopefully by next week's episode, I'll sound like a normal human being. All right, so last week we had the Hexagram 24, the return, the turning point. Things starting to look a lot better. Not necessarily the full arrival, okay? The arrival of spring, the arrival of the change. And we start to see the change of seasons. We start to see that the turning point out of the dark night into the light has come, and there was a beautiful victory changing line and a cautionary changing line saying, don't lose our way in the final moment. Get back onto the path of principle. Don't get caught in our old erroneous sabotaging belief systems. Get back to where we need to be. Then we had increased Hexagram 42, everything accelerating. I definitely had an acceleration of virus this past week. So for you, working with the return, coming back to the victory, the warning about getting back to principle, and the rapid increase that we can take advantage of. What came up for you? What came to bring you an awareness of tuning you into where these flows were working through your life in the week just gone past? And of course, if anything came up for you that was interesting, please do pop a note into the comments and share your story. Love hearing those. Speaking of those, you'll see that I haven't been around the last few weeks commenting back on particularly YouTube comments because I was away overseas. Went to go and visit family in Europe, and I wanted to share a little story about how amazing the I Ching is. And I'm very biased, so take it with a pinch of salt. Do you remember in the week of the 16th of April, I had Hexagram 51 shock that I shared with you, losing your precious things. Don't worry, in 7 days you'll come back. And I shared with you I'll be traveling. And I was worried with this changing line that I would lose our luggage, okay, or passports or something precious in this journey. I was a little nervous about it. Well, this is what panned out. 51 shock, thunderbolts and lightning, okay? Don't lose your mind. Stay focused on the egg. Stay focused on what's important. I happened to be flying through Dubai International the day after their worst weather event in recorded history. That is Hexagram 51 for you. Boom. Okay. Thunderstorms, lightning, lots of water, lots of drama, lots of chaos. I cannot even begin to describe to you the chaos. We were very lucky. We had a very long layover in Dubai airport. I was dreading it. It saved our butts because it meant we didn't have to rebook our onward ticket. So while there were lots of delays, lots of dramas, and lots of waiting, and lots of very hostile people in the airport, we didn't have it as bad as some of the other people waiting for hours and hours and hours in on-booking queues trying to get their cancelled flights rebooked and onto a flight to go everywhere they were going. So we were super, super lucky. And guess what? We got our luggage. In fact, we were one of the few people who had luggage coming out of the airplane because so much of the luggage was still sitting in Dubai. Okay, so that's my little story. Hexagram 51, shock, thunder, boom, crash, carry the egg. And I just kept on thinking, okay, you might arrive late, you might be stuck in this airport all night, but it's okay. You will get there eventually. Just stay focused. Don't panic. Stay focused on holding the egg, holding your temper, and just sail through. And we did. We kind of sailed through the eye of the storm. Delays, but not a catastrophe. So that was a little bit of sharing that I could only really catch you up on now that I am back. Okay, so there's a connection to that story for this week's overview because our first hexagram of the week to guide us into this week is hexagram 56, the Wanderer, the Traveler. Okay, very fresh in my mind. The traveler, the wanderer, this hexagram talks about the moments in life and our teams and our businesses on our journeys where we need to go beyond what we know and go on an adventure, on a journey of discovery or rite of passage, as it were, into new lands, into new territories, into new experiences, out of the comfort zone of the capital that we've left behind, or the city representing what we know, what we've built, what we've already understood and internalized and worked with. And we need to embark on this journey, going to a new place, all right, to a new experience, all right, recognizing that as we go through that experience, that traveler, right, you're going into an environment that's not familiar. Right? You can't pretend that you're a local, because no matter what you do, you always stand out. Okay, you can never blend in. And you can never understand the culture in a way to know how to dress, how to behave, that you just completely blend in with society. No, you stand out, right? So when we travel understanding that our job is just to take it all in, right? Just be present with the new journey. Recognize that we're in a place that is not home, okay? We are away from home. We are away from the experiences we know. And we're now taking in new things, new data points. And we have to behave well. We travel well by being open and friendly and learning and adjusting and not coming in with our own culture and our own attitude and forcing it on everyone else. You know, if you go to a foreign place because you want to have a new adventure, you don't take your whole attitude of where you came from and then force it on the experience that you're going to. That doesn't make any sense. So we understand that as a traveler going on a journey, getting on your airplane or getting in your car, going on a road trip, going on a new journey. But we can also understand this about our own internal process of going on a new journey internally. So this might even be, related to a relationship, going on a new journey, okay, going on a new exploration, wanting to find something new, something different, or to expand your horizons, okay, see beyond where you've come from, where you are. In your business, this might mean that this week you're being dialed into the new experiences and journeys that you and your team are embarking on right now. Something that you need to pay attention to right now on that journey. So we travel well this week. We understand we're not at home. We're out of our comfort zone and it might feel uncomfortable. It's okay. But being on this journey of discovery is what we are after. We're seeking something. We're seeking the Holy Grail, right? We're possible going on this journey to discover truth. And for each of us, that journey will be something different this week. Something different we're being tuned into, okay, that we are working with this week. Now, we have one changing line right at the top in the 6th position, okay. Culmination right at the top. We work on the hexagrams from the one line right at the bottom, right up to line 6 at the top. And this one is a culmination of the journey. It's a warning line in this case, something very important that we need to tune into this week as we work with this new journey. So this line says, we burn down our nest. Okay, so the nest represents our home, okay, or where we are, comfort zone, and we kind of like burning that down in our journey. And first, the changing line says, at first we laugh, ha ha ha, isn't that so funny? And then when we realize what we've done, we go, oh, that's so terrible, sob and wail. Okay, so this changing line refers to a situation of quite a lot of seriousness. Okay, we burned down the nest, all right. Why would we do that? Why would we burn down our nest? When we're on a journey, when we're in a new environment, why would we burn down something we know? Something that is a place of refuge. So we have to work with that. But as we go along, it's almost like this idea of, I'm going to just burn down the house because then I can't go back to it. We see this in movies where I'm going to just torch my hometown because my hometown can't drag me back into its drama. So that's the kind of idea. We're burning down the nest. And initially it's very funny, right? Initially we're like, oh, that's amazing. And then we realize the implications. it sinks in and we realize the seriousness of this moment. So this changing line, what it's trying to do for us this week is draw our attention away from frivolity, okay, and away from taking things very lightly and very, everything's ha-ha, funny, lol, okay. No, it's not lol. Actually, there's some seriousness here. There's some things that are needing to be paid attention to. And the way we work with this line is we double down into getting quite serious around what's at stake and what is happening. And that is the way we mitigate the risk of this line. If we get into taking action, okay, because we think, oh, we're okay now, we're fine now, everything's going to be all right, don't worry, there's trouble here, okay? So there's a journey. Look within your life, within your business, where you are going on a new journey, okay, or you're in a new phase of the journey, or you are stretching out where you were, okay, you're on a process. Look at that part of the journey and really pay some serious attention to getting serious, okay? That is how we manage this. Now, we can also look to our outcome hexagram, our relating hexagram, I like to call it the victory hexagram, as our strategy to move forward this week. Okay, so we've got this situation of the wanderer. We're on a journey. We've got this problem, okay? We have to take it seriously. How do we find victory? How do we reach towards a victorious transformation of this energy? And we do that through hexagram 62, attention to detail. Okay, details matter this week. So when we talk about that thing about getting serious, the way we work with that line 6, is we get stuck into this thing, attention to detail. This is not the big pie-in-the-sky ideas, okay? This is the things that are happening on the ground, the practical reality of now. I told you the story before with this hexagram of Icarus, the legend with his wax wings that his father made him so that he could escape the situation he was in. His dad told him, don't fly too high, your wax wings will melt. He didn't listen, and he went up, 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 up to the sun. The wax wings melted, and he crashed to his death. Okay, we're not going up into the big visionary pictures this week. We're going down into the details. I love the symbol of a chicken for this hexagram, okay? Because the chicken, all right, has got his head on the ground, and she is picking up every single seed that is on the ground. Kip, 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 kip. And they just got their heads down. Okay, there's no big vision for a chicken. Not an eagle this week. No, chicken. Okay. So we get down to the details. We pay attention to every single little thing, and we praise those little things for being saviors for us, getting out of this drama, of this laughing and sobbing and the nest being burned down, okay? We tackle the week by dealing with the details, getting stuck in. And if you would like to work a bit more with hexagram 62, there's 2 things you can do. One is, this is one of the hexagrams that I've done. That's a full overview hexagram, so you can go and check it out on the channel, on the hexagrams playlist. And I've also done a meditation on this hexagram on the Insight Timer app. So if you'd like to meditate with the theme of attention to detail, to keep you in the flow of victory, go and check it out on my profile under Belinda Doveston. You will find hexagram 62, attention to detail. So those are 2 ways that you can work with this hexagram a little bit more this week. So I'm going to have my head down in chicken land with you this week as I keep my eyes open for that area of frivolity that should not be, that it should be an area of seriousness, of really paying attention to what's at stake, what needs to get done, what's really important, and get hyper-focused on those details, because every little thing counts. Every little client counts. Every deal counts. Every little piece of paper counts this week. We've got to get into the detail and recognize that the big picture thinking, that is in the whole month of May. We've got hexagram 1, the creative, right? There's new creative beginnings. There's opportunities down the road for us to get into strategic mindset. This is all about now, the details, picking at every single seed that you can. Pick. That is the path to victory this week. Thank you so much, and well done for putting up for my voice this week. I wish you all an amazing week. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this episode, got value out of it, thumbs up, a like, it would be really cool. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing or hitting the follow button on the podcast so that as new episodes come, weekly and monthly, that they come straight to you, that you can work with the I Ching on a regular basis in a practical and meaningful way. That is my goal. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you soon.